Hello and welcome to Titanium Tarot's Tarot, and today I'll be doing a reading for Cancer, alright? So this is going to be for anybody with any placement of Cancer in their chart. If you do have Cancer in your chart, welcome. If you don't, welcome as well. You probably have a message in here for you, so keep an ear out. And if you are a crosswatcher, I welcome you with open arms, because heaven knows I was a crosswatcher for many a video myself, so I get you and I got you. Now I will be mentioning the decks I use as I use them. If I don't, they will be in the description box below. And with that being said, my gorgeous and fellow Cancers, I have one placement of Cancer in my chart. Let's get into our cards. So please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Cancers, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Cancers, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. And you have the Queen of Winter, an air sign. In this deck, winter represents swords, summer represents cups, autumn represents pentacles, and spring represents wands. Queen of Winter with the Princess of Spring at the bottom of the deck. Generational opposites, maybe. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Cancers, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Cancers, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. And you have the Ace of Summer with the Justice card at the bottom of the deck. So it's going to be a fair and just emotional connection. Alright, so please, angels and guides, anyone who has 10 of Summer pointing towards the left with the Queen. Awesome. Queen of Autumn. Well, actually, the first card would be the 10 of Summer pointing towards the left with the Queen of Autumn in behind it. Yeah. Das ist gut. Yeah. So please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message. 10 of Autumn. Popping out too. So please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Cancers, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good. And you got the 5 of Autumn. With the 6 of Winter at the bottom of the deck. Now, that was the Radleigh Valentine Fairy Tarot deck. Now I'm going to use the Froud's Fairy Oracle. By the way, I use selenite on my decks to cleanse and purify them. So, please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Cancers, please come forward and share why. Okay, please clarify why the Queen of Winter and the Princess of Spring are here. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Cancers, please come forward and share why these two are here for the first set. And you got the Soul Shrinker, Spirit Dancer, as well as the Master Maker and Pohayal of the Water. There's Ness at the end of that water. Alright, then you have, for the second set, you have the Ace of Summer and the 8 and the Justice card. So, please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Cancers, please come forward and share why both these cards are here for the second set. Please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Cancers, why are these two cards here for the second set? Please, angels and guides. And you have Sylvanus. Sylvanus with the Singer of Initiation. Then you have Iris the Rainbow, as well as Unity, and she of the Crutch. Yep. Okay, now for the third set, you have the Ten of Summer pointing towards the left, and the Queen of Autumn. So please, angels and guides, anyone who has good, who has a message for my Cancers, please come forward and share why both these cards are here in the direction they're in. Please, angels and guides. And you have Gotcha, surprise, with the Singer of the Chalice at the bottom of the deck, followed by Los Cunas, and there's like, oh, Los Cunas. But before I can mention Los Cunas, the Singer of Courage popped out, and I saw that after the Singer of the Chalice. And after I took Los Cunas, what came out was Ecstasis. So I'm gonna take that too. Alright, for the last set, you have the Five of Autumn and the Six of Winter. So please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Cancers, please come forward and share what they should expect. Nay. For the coming week, please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Cancers, please come forward and clarify these two cards. Please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good, and you have List of the Shadows with the Friends, as well as Fat the Footer, and Mikkel Amakkel. And Lattice Moon's Daughter, and the Lady of the Harvest. Yeah, and then Arvo Parrot. I thought I should take that for a reason. Nellis the Alchemist. Alright, we're gonna get a mini deck here. The Rar card. Amazing. The Guardian at the Gate. Faeries of the Future. And that is how I know to end. Okay. It's a feeling. Okay. So. Yep. Alright. Give me a moment. Okay. So the first set, okay, starts off with the Queen of Winter. Now the Queen of Winter, alright, talks of let go of people or things that no longer work for you, that no longer serve you. Now is the time to focus on your career, unmarried or divorced individual. So you're concentrating on your coin at this time. And the reason, and a card to go with that is the Princess of Spring. Now the Princess of Spring is very optimistic, enthusiastic, creative, and energetic individual. It says it's time to go after your dreams, do something that expands your horizons, let your creativity take flight. So I'm guessing you are in the you possibly are in the creative arts. That is your field of business. That is hilarious because my sister's a Cancer and she is in the creative arts. So that's funny. Yeah. Wait, I'm gonna write that down. Alright. So the cards clarifying that are the Soul Shrinker, which talks of cruelty, malice, gossip, curses, destruction, but at the very end there's blessings. So maybe at this time you're having a little difficulty with your singledom, if I can say that. But at the very end, maybe at like second for the first 2 days, meaning tomorrow and the first 2 following days after you watch this, you're gonna see the blessing that is you being the blessing that came from you being so concentrated on your creative talents at this time. Then you have Spirit Dancer. Now Spirit Dancer, alright, talks of self-expression, freedom, exploration. So you are still in your searching mode, if I can say that. You're exploring yourself, and you're figuring out parts of yourself you didn't even know existed, or that you didn't even. You're turning rocks that weren't turned before, and due to that, you are discovering new parts of yourself that you had not known existed. Now, the next card is the Master Maker. Now, the Master Maker, okay, talks of skill, craftsmanship, magician, moral strength, and invention. Now, what I'm getting is more your moral strength. You are not going down the normal path. You are not like everyone else, and you are fully confident and comfortable in your stance. Yes, that is it. Then you have Poharial of the waters. Now, Poharial, alright, talks of emotion, serenity, meditation, and gracefully accepting change. Excuse me, I don't know this number, so I'm not picking it up. Alright, what was I gonna say? Yeah, shh. Stop it. Gracefully accepting change. So, I mean, you're gracefully accepting the fact that I couldn't say that letting your creativity take flight is something new. I know it's not new for my sister. She's an artist. She is amazing. She does amazing work. So, well, I mean, this could mean that you're changing something within what you're doing. So it might be something like that you are consciously changing, or you're changing because you have to, but something is shifting slightly or a lot. Right? Yes. Next, you have the Ace of Summer. Well, okay, so the second set starts off with the Ace of Summer. Now, the Ace of Summer talks of opening your heart to love, the beginning of a new intimate relationship, or the rebirth of a current one, the awakening of psychic abilities or spiritual epiphanies. Haha. Awesomeness. Which I feel like the awakening of psychic abilities or spiritual epiphanies will allow you to reach justice, which at the bottom says, take the time to review the details carefully. You will win in the end. Fair and objective decision. The idea that came to mind was possibly the idea that came to mind is like a lawyer. So if you aren't someone who likes to go through all your paperwork to find little details, it might be best for you to hire a lawyer, is what I'm getting. Or if it's not If it's not something in regards to the judicial system, okay, or laws or whatnot, I suggest you fine comb your own stance in regards to a new emotional offer. Something like that. Go through it with a fine-tooth comb. Right? So, now, the cards clarifying that are Sylvanus. Now, Sylvanus, alright, talks of truth, cutting through deception, and clarity. So, you're combing this new relationship with a fine-tooth comb. No, you are combing your reaction or your interaction with this new relationship with a fine-tooth comb to be able to see if it stands on its own 2 feet, or if there is any interest. You know, you're not going to tag a guy along just to tag him along and then to drop them in the middle of nowhere. Right? Apparently I've done that. I was never aware that I was doing that, but apparently I was, and I felt like shit when I figured out that I did do that. Now, the next card is the Singer of Initiation, okay? Now, the Singer of Initiation talks of passage through trial, triumph, new level. So whatever this is that you're going through it with a fine-tooth comb to see if it actually has the ability to, you know, go the distance or whatnot, whatever we're talking about. I don't know what it is for you. It'll change for everybody. But if you take the time to review the details carefully, it might seem like a big trial, like something you've never done before and that you're like dreading. But if you do this, you will definitely win in the end. By leveling up. Then you have Iris of the Rainbow. Now, Iris of the Rainbow, okay, it talks of hope, promise for the future. Y'all. So things are looking up for you because you've combed this with a fine-tooth comb. And due to that combing, okay, you'll be able to unite with something very close to your heart, something that makes you feel like you're connecting with your spiritual home, which is amazing. Then finally, you have Shiv the Cruach. Now, Shiv the Cruach, alright, talks of the receptive principle, fertility, and nurturing. So when you connect with this thing that makes you feel like your spiritual home, alright, you'll feel very nurtured, very fertile, like you have place for new ideas and such. Yeah. Now, the third set, alright, starts by talking about the 10 of Summer pointing towards the left. Now, cards pointing towards the left, to me, mean that they happened in the past or they're happening super slowly. So, for both these groups, okay, for the group for whom this has happened already, this means that you are living an emotionally fulfilling life with family or friends. You're raising your children wisely, and you have people in your life you can trust. For those for whom this is happening slowly, this just means that you're getting close to an emotionally fulfilling life with family or friends. You're not there yet, but you're almost there, and you're having a couple of issues raising your children in a wise manner. I hope this makes sense. Or you're having a little trust issues with people around you. I hope that makes sense, because it might make sense to me, but it might not make sense to anyone else. Next, due to the fact that you are due to the fact that you are living your happiest time of life in regards to relationships, you are able to tap into the Queen of Autumn's energy. Now, the Queen of Autumn is a very generous, stylish, gracious, and practical individual. This would be the King of Pentacle, King of Autumn, feminine style. She's very nurturing, she's very caring, but she is unmovable. She's like Mother Earth, alright? When Mother Earth is nurturing and caring and gives and is abundant, well, Mother Earth is always abundant, first and foremost. Depends on what you are attracting. Depends on the abundance that you're attracting, and that is the key distinction to be made here. But when she is pissed off, what happens? Mudslides, earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, things of that sort. So you better not try to make Mother Earth pissed off, is all I'm getting at. At the bottom, this card says, be practical with respect to how you proceed. The ability to make anything more beautiful, meeting someone who can make your dreams come true. What did I say? The Queen of Autumn is a very generous, and very loving person. Okay? You do not want to double cross this woman. Nay, you don't. Because if you do, she might surprise you. But she'll pull that rug from right underneath you and shock you in the process. Then you have the Singer of the Chalice. Okay? So the Singer of the Chalice talks of trust, joy, patience, creativity, hope, and miracles. Yes. The Queen of Autumn's generousness, okay, is quite, what is the wording I used? Quite hopeful. It can sometimes lead to you believing that you just had a miracle happen, right? And all that. So it's great. Next you have the Singer of Courage. Now the Singer of Courage, alright, talks of bravery, sublimation of fear, and moral strength. Did we not have moral strength somewhere else in this card? I think we had moral strength earlier in this reading, not yet. So it's as if it's continuing. It's not just one part of the week that you're going to have moral strength. Was it with the Soul Shrinker? Anyway. It won't just be the first part of the week where you have, you will have moral strength. It's also in the third part of the week as well, which is amazing. Then you have Los Gunas. Now Los Gunas, alright, talks of sunken treasure, discovery of self, and adventure. Yeah, you're going within and you're figuring out parts of yourself you didn't even know existed. I feel like the parts of you that the parts of you that are, that was my tummy. The parts of you that are related to making you feel generous and stylish and all this stuff that Queen of Autumn is, that is what is surprising you. I don't know why, but it kind of is. Or is it just your nurturing side? An idea just popped into my mind. If you don't have the habit of being nurturing, maybe check to see if you have a hormonal imbalance. Yeah. Caused by a guest. Well, it could be, in Armenian, we have a saying, when women are nearing their moon cycle, okay, we call it when talking to this amongst men, alright, we refer to it as our guest. Our guest is here. We have our guest this week. That is how we talk of the moon cycle. So that, why did that come to mind? Why was I talking of guests? Well, the moon cycle and guests, I can't remember exactly why. And it's unimportant. Now, the next card is ecstasy. Well, ecstasis, which talks of ecstasy, joy, rapture, and motivation. I feel like if you want to be at the top of your game during this moon cycle, when your guest is coming, okay, I suggest you try and channel the Queen of Autumn's energy to be gracious, nurturing, stylish, and generous, and practical in the way you proceed, right? In order for you to be nice and to be fair with others, right? Because at some point, before I became able to manage myself during my moon cycle, I used to bite people's heads off. I would. And I would actually tag in moon cycle. That's where you are. Right now is not the time to play with that. Okay. Moon cycle. Okay. Now the next set, alright, starts with the Five of Autumn. Now the Five of Autumn would be the Five of Pentacles. And it says, reach out to others for assistance. Poor timing for a career change. Feeling challenged by money issues. Excuse me. I inhaled too much air. Again. So, it's not the time to change what you're doing, because I feel like I had this idea the other day, which was that what's the word? What is it? That you have changed, you have elevated yourself or elevated your vibration. So that is going to ask for a little moment of readjustment. And so you are going from a crappy situation to a better situation, which is good. Yes. Now the cards clarifying that are List of the Shadows, which means that you are moving to calmer waters because Spirit's here. My nose is itchy. You are moving to calmer waters because of all the wonderful things he does. because you've done the shadow work. That was much necessary. Then you have the friends. Now the friends, alright, talks of friendship, aid, support. And I feel like your friends are helping you along your path and accepting you while you do your shadow work. Next, you have Fafi. Now Fafi, well, his name is Faf the Footer, but I call him Fafi. Alright, Fafi talks of being real, centering, grounding, and earthing. Yes. It's talking about how, alright, so you have a lack of money, and so you have a lack of money, and so what you're doing in order to counterbalance that is you're grounding yourself in order to make sure that all your swirling ideas are planted firmly in the ground, right? Next you have Mikkel and Muckle. Now Mikkel, alright, talks of everyday blessings, mixed blessings, and play. Yay! Awesomeness. Next you have Lattice, Moon's daughter. Now Lattice, alright, talks of light, cast, and shadow, spiritual guidance, illuminations, and riddles. So I feel like moving between the 5 of autumn to the 6 of winter is going to feel like a riddle to you at the very start of that portion of the week. But once you figure it out, that's what that is, what that means, okay, you'll be able to tap into the Lady of the Harvest energy, which talks of completion, release, harvest. Yes. So you will be completing a cycle. Well, of course, you're going into calmer waters. That in itself is you completing a cycle. Now, when you complete this cycle, you will be able to communicate freely and accurately with people around you, because the Arval Parrot talks of communication. Excuse me. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. I don't know why this song is coming to mind. Absolute chaos. Right, so you're going to communicate. You are going to feel like you can communicate freely with your higher self, with every single part of you, which is amazing. And with that communication in place, you will be able to create some inner transformation, and which will ensue irrevocable change within yourself and outside of yourself as well. Because your external world is a reflection of your internal world. If you want to make sure the external world is on par to what you want, it is suggested that you work on yourself first and foremost. Then you have the Rar card. Now once you work on yourself, you'll be able to tap into wild energy, pure potential. Which means you'll be able to figure out what you need to do to be a success. And an amazing success, that is. An amazing success. Small quarters. Next you have the fairy guardian at the gate. Now the guardian at the gate indicates that you are passing through a portal, as you can see. A portal. Okay? Yep. Oh my goodness. Never mind. Okay, so you're passing through a portal because this card talks of passage to new life, openings, and gatekeepings. You're definitely moving on, which is amazing. And with that, moving on, you will be able to tap into the fairies of the future who talk of being here now. No, who talk of the importance of being here now in order to capture the guidance that you are receiving moving forward. I hope that makes sense. So, my gorgeous Cancers, that is all that I have for you guys this week. If you like this and if you would like me to go deeper into your specific situation, please contact me at the email in the box below, and it'll be my pleasure to assist. In that same box, you'll find a little description of this video and my price. Now, like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell to be notified when I post new stuff, as well as leaving me a comment, because I adore comments. I read them all. I might not answer all of them, but I absolutely read them all. And with that being said, my gorgeous Cancers, I wish you guys all a very good week. And, well, gorgeous and fellow Cancers, I wish you guys all a very good week, and I'll see you next time, okay? Bye!